Greetings to sir, ma'am, and friends. My name is Dr. Andrana Wijaya from Smart 1 BPK Penabur Bandung, and in this video, I'm going to present my research in alternative kitchen towel paper from the use of ground peanut coat. Tissue has an important and indispensable role in preventing the spread of pathogens as a disposable sanitizing tool in everyday life, especially in pandemic COVID-19. But did you know that 3 million tons of tissue paper requires 50.6 million trees to be cut down? This, of course, increases the need of wood as a pulp material and also increases the activity of deforestation. According to the State of the World's Forest 2007, Indonesia's deforestation rate is 1.8 million hectares with a rate of 2% per year. This leads to several environmental problems such as global warming. It is caused due to the lack of conversion of carbon dioxide to oxygen through the photosynthesis that is supposedly to be done by trees. It contributes to the problem by 10.8%. It also causes unstable regional climate change and also deteriorates the biodiversity in Indonesia, especially in native species, causing them to have a smaller survival chance. On the other hand, Indonesia also has the second largest ground peanut production in 2014, where the 21 until 29% of the total production is ground peanut coat. Unfortunately, it is still ineffectively used and still classified as an agricultural waste, which causes several environmental pollution. While the literature studied in this research, we find that ground peanut coat actually meets standards of a coat for tissue or paper component, along with the alternative material in which several research has proved and tested that it can be used as an alternative to tissue, such as banana peel and bagasse. So, from the explanation, it is necessary to find alternative material for kitchen towel paper in order to reduce the environmental problems. The question is, can Arachis hypogaea coat be used as an alternative material and rival to the commercial kitchen towel paper, which is made from wood pulp? This study aims to create the environmentally friendly kitchen towel paper for the rival of the commercial kitchen towel paper. There are 5 main steps in the research. The first one is the preparation, in which the ground peanut ground coat is washed with water, blended and dried. The second one is the delignification to extract the cellulose from the ground peanut coat with 10% of natrium hydroxide. The third is the addition, in which the ground peanut coat is bleached with hydrogen peroxide added with glycerol, talc, and also tapioca starch with water in the ratio of 1:60 as a binder. The fourth step is the sheeting process, in which the mixture from the addition is sheeted by manual work on screen printing and also filtered to remove excessive water and then dried for 24 hours. This is the table that shows 10 variations in the composition to determine the best formulation, along with the commercial kitchen towel paper that is used in this research as the standard control. The last step in this research is testing to choose the best formulation and quality comparison with the commercial tissue paper. There are catalase tests to determine the hydrogen peroxide concentration, water, oil absorption, and destruction tests to determine the best talc and glycerol composition, and the final composition to compare the final formulation with the commercial kitchen towel paper. In the catalase test, each type of samples is contained for 7 days and immersed in the 5% of hydrogen peroxide to observe the number of bubbles produced that indicates the presence of microbes in the alternative material or the commercial tissue paper. In the water and oil absorption test, each samples are dipped around 1 cm deep in water and oil and then waited for 10 minutes to measure the height absorption. In the destruction test, each sample immersed in 250 milliliters of water, and then the time for it to dissolve or break down is measured. The final composition test has the exactly same procedures with the water and oil absorption test and also destruction test. As for the results in the catalase test, it is expected that the less bubbles produced in the samples means that the less activity and the less contaminants exist in the samples. It is shown that D has less bubble production from the A, B, and C, so it is the best formulation. However, it still has not been able to match contaminant-resistant ability in the commercial tissue X, Y, Z because it produces less bubble production. It is suspected that the alternative material is waste that may have more contaminants due to the possibility of undergoing the process of fermentation or decomposition. Therefore, it is concluded we need a higher concentration of hydrogen peroxide in order to increase the contaminant resistance and reduce the contaminant in the tissue itself. In the water and oil absorption test, it has been shown that the best formulation is 5% glycerol and also 40% talc composition. It is expected that talc improves the oil absorption, while the glycerol improves the water absorption. While in the data, the talc doesn't really improve that much of the oil absorption ability. Rather, the data fluctuates, but still better than the control. While it decreases the water absorption ability drastically. This is due to the fact that it has hydrophobic ability, the properties which means that the water is repelled by the talcum properties, while the oil is absorbed by talcum. While in the glycerol indeed improves the water absorption slightly from the control, but decreases along the increasing concentration. This is suspected against the hypothesis because glycerol accumulates water in a limited space, therefore inhibits the rate of absorption to increase, while the glycerol doesn't help the absorption of oil that much. Therefore, we choose the composition of highest water absorption, which is 5% glycerol, and also choose 40% because it has better absorption rather than in 25%, but less margin than in 10%. In the destruction test, we choose the formulation with the longest time of destruction, so it has the durability in water. It is shown that talc has the best composition of 40% and glycerol has the composition of 5%. The data in the talc composition is exactly as the hypothesis because talc is hydrophobic, therefore can repel water molecules and also protect the starch binder that binds together the material in the kitchen particle. And then for the glycerol, it improves the ability from the control sharply, but it decreases along the increasing composition of glycerol. It is due to the fact that glycerol maybe can maintain the water and binds with it, but with an environment with a higher water content, the glycerol can only absorb a certain limited amount and then eventually breaks down and even helps water to break the starch in the alternative material. Therefore, we chose the sample 40%, also 5%, same as the previous test. As for the final composition test, it is seen that the commercial kitchen particle is way better than the alternative material in the water absorption ability, while in the oil absorption test, the alternative material may rival with the sample X, and therefore we can conclude that we need to improve the water absorption ability, but the oil absorption ability is quite satisfying. The water absorption ability in the alternative material is actually due to the fact that it lacks of more chemical additives than in the commercial kitchen particle, where the industries may add a wider range of types of chemical additives. This applies the same in the final destruction test, where the commercial kitchen toilet paper has a higher and a longer time of destruction, while the alternative material has the worst time of destruction. This means that the alternative material is not durable enough compared to the commercial kitchen toilet paper, therefore it needs to be improved. In conclusion, the best formulation for the alternative material is hydrogen peroxide 4%, talc 40%, and glycerol 5%. Although the formulation still hasn't met the standard of the commercial one, it still poses as an alternative material because it shows its ability to function as a kitchen toilet paper by absorbing oil and water. In the future work, it is hoped that the technique of sheeting is improved from manual work to using tools such as Yankee dryer and roller to achieve more consistent final product and also softer texture. The second one is a further range of testing aspect for the alternative materials such as tensile strength, texture, and color tests. And the last is the more types of chemical additives added to enhance the quality of alternative material. This is due to the commercial kitchen toilet paper also is added with a more complex and more wider range of types to enhance the quality of kitchen toilet paper, such as wetting from agents and also softener like chitosan and many more. This is the reference for this research. That's all from the presentation, and thank you.